Hello, guys. Welcome back to English Learning Podcast. Let me ask you a simple question. What if I told you that one small action, something that takes less than 2 minutes every morning, could make you more disciplined, more confident, and even more successful? It sounds too simple, doesn't it? But this tiny habit helped thousands of Navy SEALs build mental strength under the hardest conditions on Earth. And according to Admiral William H. McRaven, this simple habit can also change your life. Today, you won't just learn the powerful lessons from the best-selling book, Make Your Bed. You'll also improve your English listening, learn useful vocabulary naturally, and practice speaking through slow and easy English. So you're learning two things at the same time: life lessons and English. If you don't understand every word the first time, don't worry. Just relax, listen, and enjoy the journey. Now, let's begin. Lesson 1. Start your day with a completed task. William McRaven says something very interesting. Every morning, before you do anything else, make your bed. At first, this sounds almost funny. How can making your bed change your life? After all, it's only a bed. But that's exactly why this lesson is so powerful. Making your bed is not about cleaning your room. It's about teaching your brain one important message. I finish what I start. That small action becomes your first victory of the day. And every victory, no matter how small, builds confidence. Imagine two different mornings. The first person wakes up, checks social media, lies in bed for another 30 minutes, rushes to work, forgets breakfast, and spends the entire day feeling stressed. Now imagine another person. He wakes up, he folds his blanket, he arranges his pillow. His room immediately looks cleaner. His mind feels calmer. Before the day has even truly started, he has already completed one task. It may look small, but psychologically, his brain has already entered action mode. Here's a simple English word for today: discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Let me say that again. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. This is one of the most important words in this entire book, because successful people don't depend only on motivation. They depend on discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Now let's imagine a real-life story. Meet Alex. Alex wanted to improve his life. Every Monday, he made big plans. I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to read books, I'm going to learn English. But after only 3 days, everything stopped. He felt lazy, he lost motivation, nothing changed. Then one morning, he heard a simple piece of advice. Just make your bed. Nothing more. No complicated routine, no long morning checklist. Just make your bed. So he tried it. The first day, nothing felt different. The second day, still nothing special. But after 2 weeks, something interesting happened. Making his bed made him want to keep his room clean. A clean room made him feel more organized. Feeling organized helped him study longer. Studying longer improved his English. One small habit created another habit, and another, and another. This is called the domino effect. A domino effect means one small action causes many other positive actions. Success rarely begins with one giant decision. It usually begins with one tiny habit repeated every single day. Now ask yourself one simple question. What's the first thing you do every morning? Does it help you become stronger or weaker? Does it move you closer to your dreams or further away? Sometimes changing your life doesn't require a huge opportunity. Sometimes it only requires making one small decision before 8 o'clock in the morning. Lesson 2.
You can't go it alone. You can't go it alone. William McRaven spent years training to become a Navy SEAL. Many people believe Navy SEALs are successful because they are the strongest people in the military. But that's not true. According to McRaven, the best Navy SEALs are not the strongest. They are the ones who know how to trust others, because no one succeeds alone. Think about your own life. Every successful person you admire had help from someone. A teacher, a parent, a friend, a mentor, or even a stranger who believed in them. Success is almost never a one-person story. It's a team story. Here's today's vocabulary. Teamwork. Teamwork means people working together to achieve the same goal. Let me say that again. Teamwork means people working together to achieve the same goal. When people combine their strengths, they can achieve much more than one person alone. Now, imagine this situation. You're carrying a very heavy table. If you try to lift it alone, it's difficult, maybe impossible. But when another person helps you, the same table suddenly becomes much lighter. The weight hasn't changed, only the number of people carrying it has. Life works the same way. Problems become smaller when someone helps you carry them. Now, let me tell you a short story. Emma wanted to learn English. She studied every day. She watched videos, she memorized vocabulary, she read books.
But she never spoke English with anyone. After 6 months, she knew many words. But she couldn't speak confidently. She became frustrated. Then one day, she joined an online English speaking group. At first, she was nervous. She made mistakes, she forgot words. Sometimes she stopped in the middle of a sentence. But something wonderful happened. Nobody laughed. Instead, people encouraged her. They corrected her kindly. They shared new vocabulary. They answered her questions. Week after week, Emma became more confident. Not because she studied harder, but because she stopped learning alone. William McRaven learned the same lesson during Navy SEAL training. Some challenges were impossible for one person. The only way to finish them was by trusting teammates. Sometimes asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. Strong people know when they need others. Weak people pretend they never do. Now, think about English learning. Many learners say, "I'll become fluent by myself." But language is communication. Communication needs people. You learn faster when you listen to others, when you speak with others, when someone corrects your mistakes, when someone encourages you to keep going. That's how confidence grows. Let's imagine another example. 2 students start learning English on the same day. The first student studies completely alone. The second student also studies, but every weekend he practices with a speaking partner for just 30 minutes. After 1 year, both students know grammar, both students know vocabulary, but the second student speaks much more naturally. Why? Because language grows through connection, not through isolation. Lesson 3. Measure a person by the size of their heart. During Navy SEAL training, McRaven noticed something surprising. Some of the biggest and strongest trainees did not finish the program. At the same time, some of the smallest trainees, people who didn't look powerful at all, kept going. They refused to quit. They encouraged others. And many of them became outstanding Navy SEALs. That's when McRaven learned a lesson he would never forget. A person's true strength is not measured by the size of their body. It is measured by the size of their heart. Now, let's understand what that really means. Today's vocabulary word is character. Character means the qualities that make you a good and honest person. Let me say that again. Character
means the qualities that make you a good and honest person. Your character is shown by your actions,
especially when life becomes difficult. Anyone can smile when everything is going well, but your true character appears when things go wrong. Imagine two different people. The first person drives an expensive car. He wears expensive clothes. He speaks confidently. But he lies to people. He breaks promises. He only helps others when he gets something in return. Now, imagine another person. She has a simple job. She doesn't have much money, but she is honest. She keeps her promises. She helps people without expecting a reward. So, who is truly successful? Most people would choose the second person because respect is earned by character, not by appearance. Now ask yourself two important questions. When people remember you, will they remember your success or your kindness? Will they remember your expensive things or the way you treated them? Because at the end of life, people rarely remember what you owned. They remember how you made them feel. Real life application. Today, try one simple challenge. Smile at someone. Thank someone sincerely. Help someone, even if nobody notices. These actions may seem small, but small acts of kindness often create the biggest impact. Just like making your bed, great lives are built through small, daily actions.
Lesson 4. Life isn't fair. Keep moving forward. Life isn't always fair. Sometimes good people suffer. Sometimes hardworking people fail. Sometimes someone else receives the reward you worked for. And sometimes you do everything right, yet things still go wrong. That doesn't mean you should stop trying. It means you should become stronger. Today's vocabulary word is resilience. Resilience means the ability to recover after difficulties or failure. Let me say that again. Resilience means the ability to recover after difficulties or failure. Resilient people may fall, but they always stand up again. Imagine two students. Both study for the same exam. Both spend weeks preparing. On exam day, one student passes. The other fails. The student who failed has two choices. He can say, "Life is unfair. I quit." Or he can say, "This result hurts, but it is not the end. I'll learn from my mistakes and try again." The exam result is the same, but the mindset is completely different. One person gives up, the other grows stronger. Now, let me tell you a story. Sophia dreamed of becoming a nurse. She studied for months. She sacrificed weekends. She missed family gatherings. She worked harder than ever before. When the results came, she failed the entrance exam. She cried. She felt embarrassed. She questioned herself. For several days, she wanted to give up completely. But after some time, she made a different decision. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" she asked, "What can this experience teach me?" She discovered that her weakest subject was biology. So she focused only on improving that one area. 1 year later, she took the exam again. This time, she passed. Looking back, she realized something important. Her failure didn't stop her dream. Her decision to continue made the dream possible. William McRaven learned this lesson during Navy SEAL training. Not everyone received the easiest assignments. Some trainees faced more difficult challenges than others. Complaining didn't change the situation. Only action did. Life doesn't promise equal opportunities, but it always gives you a choice. You can complain or you can continue.
Now, let's connect this lesson to English learning. Many learners compare themselves with others. They say, "My friend speaks English better than me. He learns faster.
She has a better accent. But comparing yourself to others steals your confidence. Instead, compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. If today you understand one more sentence, one more word, or speak with a little more confidence, you're already making progress. And that's what truly matters. Here's another useful word: comparison. Comparison means looking at yourself and someone else to decide who is better. Sometimes comparison can motivate us, but very often it only makes us unhappy. Your journey is different. Your timeline is different. So don't measure your progress using someone else's life. Lesson 5. Failure can make you stronger. Failure can make you stronger. Nobody likes to fail. It hurts. It feels embarrassing. Sometimes it makes us question ourselves. But failure has one important gift. It teaches lessons that success never can. William McRaven reminds us that every successful person has failed. The difference is simple. Successful people don't let failure become the end of their story. They use it as the beginning of a better one. Today's vocabulary word is failure. Failure means not achieving the result you wanted. Let me say that again. Failure means not achieving the result you wanted. Failure is an event. It is not your identity. You failed. That does not mean you are a failure. There is a very big difference. Final summary. Before we finish, let's remember everything we've learned together today. Lesson 1. Make your bed. Start your day with one completed task. Small habits create big changes. Lesson 2. You can't go it alone. Success grows through teamwork. Lesson 3. Measure people by the size of their hearts. Character will always matter more than appearance. Lesson 4. Life isn't fair. Don't waste time complaining. Keep moving forward. Lesson 5. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. Learn, improve, continue. My friends, before you leave today, I want you to remember one final thought. Changing your life doesn't always begin with a huge opportunity. It doesn't begin with becoming rich. It doesn't begin with being lucky. Sometimes it begins with something incredibly small. Making your bed, helping one person, trying one more time, speaking one sentence in English, believing in yourself for just one more day. These small actions may seem ordinary, but repeated every day, they create an extraordinary life. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I truly hope this episode helped you improve not only your English, but also the way you think about your life. Take care of yourself, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, never, ever give up. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.